Hello there, I'm Saem Tariq. Today we'll be solving May June 2020 P4. We will be solving the graphic part of this. So, using a vector graphic application, recreate the image of a Wi-Fi signal strength meter. Okay, so we have to make this. The image must be created from these individual parts: the surround, the scale, the needle. So, first of all, I'll zoom in because what we have to do is we have to make this. So, what we can do is we can simply uh, click over here, and this is supposed to be gray. So here you go. We'll just make it gray. Okay. So now here you go. Something like this. Then we can use our the arrow tool, and here we go. So you see over here, I have, if you can see, I have these white dots over here in the corner. They're outer dots and they're inner dots. Okay. So using the direct selection tool, you can click on the white dots and pull it inside. Once you do that, you will get something like this, that what we want, as you can see, right? And then what we have to do is we have to make this white shape. So I'll just put this aside for a while. Okay, and let's make that. How do we make that? Well, we make a circle and we have to cut the circle with a smaller circle. So again, all you do is you can simply press shift to make an exact circle. Remember to press shift. Okay, here you go. And then this is supposed to be white, obviously. So turn this to white and use rectangle tool to cut it off. The Pathfinder is a very good way. Select this, select both of them, go to your Pathfinder in your Windows, and you'll find the Pathfinder over here. Scroll down and you will see it over here. Here you go. In the Pathfinder, you will find, so where did it go? Yeah, it's somehow hidden over here. So I can use this to cut it off, as you can see over here, right? And then what we can do is we just need to cut off from here. So use a circle, press shift to make exact circle, right? And bit smaller. And what I can do is I can align this. So come to the alignment and we can align it. So fine. Somewhat perfect like this. So select this and again you can cut it off. Now you have this. You can simply you have to place it. It's not exactly center aligned, but I can select both of these to somehow align it uh, this way, and I can just bring it down. Okay, we have to see how much it is. So yeah, I think so, not that much. This is perfectly fine. And we have to write his Wi-Fi strength. Okay, so all you do is just copy the text, and we can just use the text tool. Click here, Control V, and here you go. Increase the size of the font, not that much, but let's say yes. Here we go. Make sure it's aligned this way, and we have the Wi-Fi strength as percentage being displayed over here, right? So we have this. uh, the only thing is somehow you can see over here is it's bit of a compressed, so we can also do the same thing, just a bit, something like this. So now it looks exactly the same, as you can see. Okay, what you have to do in this particular case is export each individual part in both SVG and a transparent bitmap. So if you have to save it as a transparent bitmap, I'll just first of all, okay, somehow I don't have the supporting file folder, so I can just tell you, you can simply export it as, and you can select from here is a PNG for it to be exported as, so this was June 2020, but remember to put all your files uh, in a folder as per your name, the C exam, and this was supposed to be exported as uh, what was it? The surround. Uh, the surround, okay, and obviously it should be underscore your name, right? So you can save it over here. But remember to obviously save it as a scalable vector graphic file as well, and that should again be saved as the surround underscore your name, okay, right? So because they have asked you to save it in both forms, okay. Next, what we have to do is we have to make this part. So let's come here. Somehow, you know what? I can delete this and I will save it as. I can initially save it as the scale so that mistakenly if I save, I would actually do is I would replace the initial thing. So I will save it as SVG and we'll just name it as your the scale. And now let's make the scale. So how do we make the scale? Well, again, it's a circle, obviously. So as you can see is we have to do is we'll make this white and we'll make our stroke to be black, okay, and we'll press shift to make a circle, right? And again we can see we can use a rectangle, okay, so it has to be this way, right? So here we go. We can select both of them, use the pathfinder again to cut this off. I could do is control C and control V, press shift, reduce the size of this and align it in such a way so that it's like this. I'll see if the size is correct. No, I think so. I have to reduce it a bit more. I'll always use shift to maintain aspect ratio. So I'll press shift again, reduce it, and here we go. So I'll bring it down again. So as you can see is we have this. Now all we do is select this and use the pathfinder minus front so that we have something like this. Now again, we have to make is these lines. So how do we make these lines? We can use over here is, where is my line? Yeah, the line segment, and exactly over here I can make a line as you can see, but we have to rotate it. So obviously if I have to rotate this, uh, I have to have over here is, so this is like, yeah, so 180 degrees, okay. So I can rotate it by 10, 20. So if I have to rotate 360, 36, right. Let's try this. Okay, this would be, so use the rotate tool. Let's experiment and use the Alt. Remember to press Alt, and you have to select is the center of rotation. The center of rotation, as you can see, is would be this. I would like to rotate this 10. It's not actually 10, so I'll just make it as 18. Okay, and copy. Once I do that, you can press your Control and D for doctor. And once I do that, you can see is uh, I'll get all these over here. Okay, so I get these. I can somehow, I don't need these, I will delete them. And you can also see is that these, I don't need these as well, and I will delete these as well. So we have these. Some of this bit of problem of, as you can see, if I zoom in, you can see is this is just coming a bit out. So no problem, I can just, so somehow my center of rotation was a bit below. It's fine. You can do this manually, or you can define the center of rotation again. The most important thing would be that the distance between these lines needs to be the same. So here we go. We have this. Now all we have to do is we have to add the gradient. So you select this, click on the gradient. Okay, I'm sorry, not this. Control Z. The gradient of the shape. So I'll click on the shape, add gradient. Okay. And what do we have over here is, sorry, I'm not actually adding gradient over there. It's supposed to be this way. So red, yellow, green. Okay. So how would I change it? It has to be, first of all, red. Click here. Okay. Click here. This is supposed to be yellow. Click here. This is supposed to be green. So red, yellow is not that yellow. Let me just try to make it more yellowish. Okay, fine. So we have red, yellow, green. The numbers are supposed to be there as well. So how do we do that? I'm pretty sure most of you have an idea. So we can simply do is we can use this as the path. So Control C, Control V, doesn't matter. I'm not concerned about it being exactly copied because I'll use this as a path. So here we go. We'll use type text on path and just click here. Okay, hold on. Yeah. So 10. Uh, no, it's 0. Sorry, it's 0 first of all. 0. The font size is not very appropriate, but it's fine. Okay. Just want the placement to be better. I think the font size is a bit big. Let me reduce it right now, otherwise it should be somehow. They haven't specified, but that's perfect. Exactly. So yeah, doesn't matter. You just have to make sure it is as accurately placed. So yeah, that's perfectly fine. So we have 100 once. Right. So we have this. You can somehow move it ahead. Actually, the lines are actually somehow. 1 second. I should have made another curve, but anyway, I will just remove the extra line that were added. So here we go. We have something like this, as you can see. So this is supposed to be exported. So I'll just save it and obviously export it as a PNG. So you're done with this as well. Control minus. The next what we have to do is we have to make is the needle. Okay, so how do you make the needle? That's the needle you make. So you see how the needle is. So again, I will somehow delete this and I will save it as the needle. So mm, just be sure that you are fully attentive while you're doing everything. So come to file, save as. I'll save it as an SVG, but I'll save this as a needle. If I have the SVG, I can open and save it as a PNG even afterwards. But if you just save it as a PNG, you can't get the SVG back. Okay. So for the needle, obviously it's pretty basic. I'll use the rectangle tool. I'll make the center is black, red. That's red. Okay. This is supposed to be the outer is there, black. Okay. So I'll make something like this. And what we'll do is using the direct selection tool, we can just, oh, I have to zoom in. I will not be able to do it otherwise. So just a bit, just a bit, right? And then you can see is the needle actually is pointed. So what we have to do is I'll again use uh, this and I'll place it here, right? And all we can do now is use this. Oops, sorry. I think so. One should zoom in more. So once you have this, so you have this. Now you can select both of these. And again, our lovely Pathfinder tool. Okay, it's used everywhere. So here we go. And combine them. Oops, sorry, I didn't select both of them. Control Z. Select both of these. Use the Pathfinder. Okay, so Control minus. So we made the needle as well. Okay, so once you have made all these three, uh, eventually you will have something like this in one. So you can make the master and place all of them. So that's how you do this particular part. 43 marks. Then we have the animation part. I will solve this next time someday else. Okay.